Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at converting or adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Now, in order to do that, we need to recap on two things before we start with that completely. What we need to look at is converting a mixed fraction into an improper number, a mixed number into an improper fraction, and an improper fraction into a mixed number. So, if we had to start with this, we need to ask ourselves, what is the system that we need to use in order to convert to an improper fraction? We need to take our bottom number and multiply it by a side number, and our side number, we add it to the top. So bottom times the side plus the top. So we ask ourselves, what is 2 times 1, which is equal to 2, plus the 1 is equal to 3. But remember that our denominator still stays the same. If we do the same with this one, we take 5 and we multiply it by 3, and this time we add the 2. So 5 times 3 is equal to 15, plus the 2 is equal to 17. Denominator stays the same, and that is equal to 5. However, if we look at this one over here, converting from a mixed number into an improper fraction into a mixed number, we need to ask ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 5? And how many times does 6 go into 19? So 3 goes into 5 once, with the remainder of 2 over 3. How many times does 6 go into 19? So we're counting 6s. 6, 12, 18. That is 3 times, with the remainder of 1 over 6. Before we can look at adding our mixed numbers, we need to recap something that we have done in grade 4. And that is to add or subtract common fractions. Remember, common fractions are the ones where the top number is smaller than our bottom number. So if we have 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4 and 5 over 7 minus 3 over 7. If we had to go and do these, we know that we keep our denominator the same, and we take our two top numbers and add them together. So therefore we say 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, denominator stays the same. Same with this one, we keep our denominator the same, and we subtract our two top numbers, 5 and 3. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 over 7. Now, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be adding a little something to this number in order to make it obviously a little bit more complicated. We are going to be adding a whole number before our fraction. So if we have 2 and 1 over 3 plus 1 and 2 over 3. Or for our subtraction later, we have 4 and 1 over 6 minus 2 and 2 over 6. In order to complete this one, we need to use the information that we know from before. We need to be able to take these mixed numbers and convert them into improper fractions. Remember, we took our bottom number and we multiplied it by a side number, and then we added our top number. So 3 times 2 is equal to 6, plus the 1 is equal to 7 over 3. The same with 3 times 1 plus the 2 is equal to 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5 over 3. Go into 12. 3 goes into 12 4 times, with a remainder of 0 over 3. And because we know that 0 over 3 means nothing, we don't need to write that down. So we could just leave our final answer as 4. Moving on to our subtraction sum. I want to do our subtraction sum in two different ways. The correct way and then the wrong way. So we're going to take 4 and 1 over 6 minus 2 and 2 over 6. Like we did here, we're going to convert it into an improper fraction. 6 times 4 is equal to 24, plus the 1 is equal to 25 over 6. 6 times 2 is equal to 12, plus the 2 is equal to 14 over 6. We're then going to take our two top numbers and subtract them from each other. 25 minus 14 is equal to, I can't work it out now, 11 over 6. Remember, we're not done. We still need to ask ourselves, how many times does 6 go into 11? That is once, with the remainder of 5 over 6. Now, if I had to do it the wrong way, and this is what some of us tend to do, is we take our whole numbers and subtract them from each other, and our fractions and subtract them from each other. That is perfectly fine if we are doing our whole numbers, because 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. But the problem comes in with our fractions. 1 minus 2 we can't do. So what we would need to borrow is we would now need to borrow a whole number. That's when it becomes complicated. So we're going to take that now becomes 1, this becomes 7 over 6 minus 2. And then from that, we can see that our fraction part of our question, is equal to 5 over 6. And then only can you work it out to being 1 and 5 over 6. Using this method over here, this is when we get lost. That is why it's best to stick to this method over here. Thank you.